Hello Darts Nutz and welcome to Darts Review channel and another darts video review. As you can see, I'm in front of the camera and I'm sorry for inflicting this face on you, but some people have said, why do I never show my face on the camera? And I think, well, what do you want to see my face for? It's really about the darts, not my ugly face. But I can understand that some people like to see the face that goes with the voice, so from now on I'm going to be doing a little intro. This one's going to be a bit longer because I've got a few things to talk about, but I'm going to do a small intro for each review from now on, and then I'll just go back into my normal style. But about I think it's about 4 or 5 months ago, I messaged about maybe 30-40 people and I asked them various things, what they liked about my reviews, what they didn't like, and what they thought would be a good thing to add. One of the things was that people said, why don't I show my face? So that is why I'm doing it now. And as you may have noticed, I've been changing my reviews a little bit over the last few weeks, and some of those changes are because of what people suggested. And a lot of people said they liked the reviews and they liked all the detail, but they said, why are they so long? And it's probably because I talk too much. I can't really help that, it's just the way I am. I get engrossed talking about darts, so it's difficult for me not to. But like I said, I'm going to be changing things, and I've got a few more changes to make yet, so that'll probably be over the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be probably at the final format that I want, of what's in my head. But I want you to comment in the comment section and let me know what you like, what you don't like, and if you've got any suggestions to make things better, then I'm happy to listen. But anyway, to all my subscribers I want to say hello and thank you for subscribing, and if this is the first time you've been on the channel, then I'm hoping that you'll stick around and you'll also subscribe. But there's a special prize draw coming up because I'm nearly at 6,000 subscribers, so I'd advise you to subscribe for that because it'll be a subscriber only draw. And then from December I'm going to start doing monthly prize draws, so every month I'm going to be giving away a set of darts. Some months I might give away 2 or 3 sets, it depends on what I've got, because I still have to buy a lot of darts myself, but I do get sent some for free for review purposes. But like I say, I still buy a lot. I've always bought lots of darts. It's kind of like an addiction. I can't help it. Somebody's letting off fireworks. Noisy buggers. Anyway, these are the darts I'm going to be reviewing today, and these are the 180 Spitfire 25 gram darts, and on the box it says they're a VHD, which is very high density, I assume, but I don't know if that's 90 or 95%. And these are from the 180 Jetstream range, which, as you can probably gather, is based on planes. And this is obviously the iconic Spitfire from World War II. Makes a lovely noise, that. When I was searching for videos for Spitfires, I was listening for ages to various videos, and the sound it makes, I don't know, something special about it. And obviously I'm recording this on Remembrance Day, so sorry. I just wanted to say this is for my Uncle Brian, who died. He fought in the Korean War, and he was... Sorry. Oh, get a grip. This is for my Uncle Brian, who died this year. He was a Korean War veteran and he was in the Northumberland Fusiliers, so I'm dedicating this review to him. And I forgot what I was going to say now. Let's get back onto the darts. The darts retail for €69, and that is translated into £59 in UK. And I've had these darts since about September, but because I was waiting for the darts to come into the UK shops, I've been holding back on the review, but they haven't come into the UK shops yet. So I thought I'll get on with the review anyway, but when they come into the UK, I think the price will be around £48. So I'm just going to get on with the review now, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is the darts, all very neatly packaged, and you've got a little window there where you can see the dart. It tells you the weight, 25 grams, and a little flap here which is magnetised, and open that up and you can see more through the window. Nice thing about this is it has little information down the bottom here which tells you about the other models, 21 and 23 gram, and it tells you the dimensions for each model. It also tells you about the soft tip dimensions as well, so that's quite a nice little feature to have. Inside there's a little tab to pull out the tray, and this is a very dense foam insert, and it's got a kind of a velvety feel to it. Darts are very nicely packaged, and they come supplied with a set of what look to be polycarbonate stems, some alloy stems with the little ring cut in them, and you've got two sets of flights. You've got a kite set, so a set of kites and a set of standard flights, so that's what you get in the box. The darts are fitted with a fairly standard black point, and as usual with 180 darts, it's got a very smooth transition from the point to the barrel. It's something that they do a lot. It's very smooth, that. And as you can see, it's a kind of a shark grip style ring grip. It's a little bit closer together at the front and then a little bit wider there, and then it's got these longitudinal cuts along the barrel which are coated with blue nitride coating, and also the rings are coated with a blue nitride coating. It's a good looking dart actually. And then on the rear section it's got a kind of a slight scallop. Obviously it goes thinner there, and it's a kind of a thin fine ring grip. Although it looks as if it's set up for a rear gripper, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work for front grippers, especially with all that grip there. The grip level, I would say it's probably not quite as grippy as it looks. It probably looks more grippy. I'd say it's maybe a high medium. It's certainly got enough grip there, but it's not sticking into my fingers. And the darts are fitted with the polycarbonate stems and these flame effect 180 standard flights. They're quite thick flights actually. The darts are fitted with a 29.6mm black coated point. There's a taper nose on the barrel which is 5.3mm wide before it goes into this narrow razor style grip. That's 10mm wide, and then it goes into a slightly different kind of a grip. It's still kind of like a shark grip, but it's got flat wider rings. That's 14.9mm wide, and then it tapers towards the rear section, and that's 5mm wide, and then it goes into this narrow section with very finely etched rings. That's 10mm wide, and then it slightly tapers towards the rear. That's 6mm wide, and then you've got a small section at the very end of 1.7mm. The length is 53mm and the width is 7mm. .02, 25.03, 25.07, and full setup 26.92. With nothing attached, the balance point is front weighted, and with the supplied setup it's just a little bit front of centre. Panicked. Come on, why keep going to the 18s? I think it's because I'm whacking it on the side of my cheek as usual. Not too bad there with my front grip. I was getting quite a lot of spin off the edgy grip though. I think that was putting me off a little bit. I'm going to try the middle now. So the middle grip that I'm gripping on there, it's a slightly different grip to what's on the front. Slightly wider space, so I'll try it from there. Feels just a little bit more awkward than I was expecting from there. I'm getting less spin. I wouldn't say it's better balanced. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's any worse. When you grip like that, it doesn't feel too bad at all. But when I'm throwing it, it just feels a little bit strange from there. One more from the middle. A little bit better towards the end there. Obviously, as I keep saying, I'm not a middle or a rear gripper, so it's always going to be a little bit different no matter what. But I'm going to try the rear section now. So my grip is right on that scallop part there, which is nowhere near as aggressive a grip as what it is at the front or the middle. So see how that goes. Obviously that feels the most weird for me, but fair score. I wasn't getting any spin, just maybe a little bit of spin, but the grip is less aggressive. So. Well, them three felt a lot better to throw. So I think with it being a scallop section there, could be definitely a good dart for a rear gripper, but all that aggressive grip is on the rest of the barrel, so it's a bit strange one this. Yeah, I can't throw it properly from the rear, which obviously I don't expect to, but I can see it probably suiting rear grippers. But I think it works quite well as a front gripper's dart. It seems to be nicely weighted, and balance feels fine there. Just feels a slightly bit better in your grip there, but for some reason I thought throwing it from the centre was more weird than the rear. But because that scallop is there, what do your other fingers do? Maybe the rest on the barrel there, but you're not getting that grip there, so it's a bit of a curious dart. I think for front grippers it feels great there. So there you go, a 180 Spitfire 25g darts. I'm quite happy with how it's flying with my front grip. I do get a lot of spin, but I think that's just because of the grip interacting with my fingerprint ridges. But it's a nice grippy dart. Feels a little bit chunky around the front, but I definitely think it's quite a good one for front grippers. Middle grippers, I'm not too sure. It was a hard one for me to judge that. I was getting a bit of fishtail in that, but because I'm not a natural middle or rear gripper, it's always going to be a bit strange anyways. But this is one that I'm not too sure of. But I think rear grippers are probably like this. If you like a front weighted barrel and you're a rear gripper, you've got a nice comfortable scallop there, but it just seems a bit of a strange one because the grip there is not as aggressive as the grip there. So if you're a rear gripper and you're gripping it there, then the only thing that's going to be on that part of the grip is maybe one or two of the other fingers, and I wouldn't have thought that's going to do much for the throwing of the dart. It's these two that I think is the most that thrust the dart, so you're losing out on that grippy section there. But like I say, it feels comfortable there, and it flew a little bit better towards the end, and it was quite smooth in the flight, and strangely enough I was getting less spin. So anyway, that's the 180 Spitfire 25g darts, so definitely give it a try if you're a front gripper, and probably worth a try for rear grippers as well. I mean, obviously the barrel is designed that way, so it's probably going to suit you. But middle grippers, yeah, you might be fine with it. It's just it wasn't so great for me, but I would definitely recommend it for a front grip. So that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.